Hey everybody, it's
Hi.
Katie. Oh, and that's my husband, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris.
I'm obviously not in the Tasty Kitchen because we are, right now, all of California is under quarantine. So Tasty and all the other people at BuzzFeed are working from home. So we're still gonna be making as many videos as we can for you guys based on stuff we have in our kitchen. With that said, we've been doing this for about a week and the days are kind of getting a little bit like all the same. To, you know, kind of break up the monotony is I would do a date night tonight.
Ooh,
for us.
fun.
Okay. And I'm only gonna use what's in our pantry. I'm gonna get going. I have like all day to do it. And, yeah. You gonna give me a kiss?
Yeah.
Don't you dare. Yeah. I can't know we kiss.
We're married,
We
guys.
never kiss.
We do.
Okay. Mwah!
Woohoo!
So the first course, it's more like a snack, but I have these garbanzo beans or chickpeas as they are called. I'm gonna make hummus. I'm just gonna strain the garbanzo beans, rinse these guys, hold on to this juice because we are gonna use this in our other recipes because since we have limited resources right now, I'm just trying to make one can go as far as it can go. Save the juice. Now that those are rinsed, we're just gonna place them into our blender. Then we're gonna add our salt, cumin, 1 or 2 cloves of minced garlic, and blend this baby up. While this is blending, you're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of fresh lemon juice, 1/4 cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And we have hummus. Yeah, look at that. Now we're gonna plate it. A lot of hummus recipes usually use tahini. This one does not. It just, I didn't have any in the pantry. When plating this, to make it a little fancy, you can take a spoon and do some swirls. Once you finish with your spoon, take a little bit of olive oil, and I'm just gonna do a little bit around, not too much. Paprika for color. Ba-bam! Cover this and we're gonna put it in the fridge while we make our next recipe. Now I'm gonna make a 4-ingredient peanut butter cookie. I had a huge, like I should just show you the jar. Here's this huge jar, had so much of it. I was like, I should make a dessert with this. So, oh, I hit my finger, ow. So let's get started. First ingredient that we're gonna do, peanut butter. I have crunchy peanut butter. This recipe would honestly work better with smooth, but I am using what I have. Next, we're gonna add 1/2 cup of sugar. Our third ingredient is gonna be that juice from the garbanzo bean can. It's also called aquafaba. This is used in a lot of vegan recipes as an egg substitute. So add 3 tablespoons of aquafaba, and we're gonna get to blending it up. And this is basically it for the recipe, those ingredients, and then I'm gonna melt some chocolate later to add a little decoration. All right, we're just gonna take a golf ball size, and this is gonna be a little sticky. So you're gonna set that down, and I actually have these crystal coasters, and they have this really neat design on the bottom of them. So I've washed them, and I'm gonna press the cookie down. Ooh, oh baby! If you do not have a crystal coaster with a cool design, because not everyone has that, you can take a fork. All you do is press down one way and then across the other way. And you kind of make this nice little grid pattern. Last one is done. We're gonna put this in the fridge. No, we're not. We're gonna bake it. Oh my God. Woo! These guys are gonna go in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 8 to 10 minutes. Whoa, these cookies have baked, they have cooled, and they are ready for their 4th ingredient, which is none other than chocolate. Take one of our beautiful little cookies. We're gonna dip about 1/2 of it into our chocolate, and we're done with our cookies. I definitely already ate one. I thought it would be kind of romantic to make pasta. A lot of rich pastas, like ones I've made in the past, it uses a lot of egg yolks. And actually, we're not gonna use any eggs, so this is technically a vegan pasta. We have 1/2 cup remaining of our aquafaba. So we've used that garbanzo bean can for hummus, for cookies, and now we're gonna use it for pasta. So today we're gonna use all-purpose flour, a teaspoon of salt, and once that's nice and mixed up, I'm just gonna take the base of a bowl and I'm just gonna make a well in the center. Now I have 1/2 cup of the aquafaba and I have our olive oil. I just want to combine the juice with the oil. Pour that into the center, and we're gonna slowly bring in the edges of the flour into our aquafaba oil mixture. And now this is really starting to come together, kind of like almost a shaggy dough. I'm gonna take this out and put it on our surface here, and then work it and knead it together. And any flour that is just not incorporating into the dough after a while, I'm just gonna move those off to the side just so that I don't get a bunch of dry clumps in my dough. And you're gonna keep kneading it. So gently, you're gonna push in and out. And I like to rotate as I go, so basically, just gonna keep kneading it until your arm wants to die. There's also the heart method of doing this. You go away from yourself, you come back. Or you go away from yourself, you come back. Away, back. We're done! Look at our little pasta boy. We're gonna cover him in some plastic wrap. So let that sit for 30 minutes at room temp in your house, and we'll be back. Okay, our dough is nice and soft. I'm gonna cut this guy in half. Make sure you wrap up the other dough so that it doesn't dry out. And then I'm gonna try to shape it in as much of a kind of rectangle shape as I can before I start rolling this out. Once it's thinner but not crazy thin, we're just gonna do this. This is also gonna help us get that rectangular shape and work the pasta dough. Oh, my arms hurt. This is good. I need to exercise anyway, so boom. Roll it out. Okay, woo! I have rolled that out pretty thin. Fold one end to the center and another end to the center. And I'm gonna fold that again. Boom. You can take a knife. I have this bench scraper, so I'm gonna use that to cut my slices. I'm doing fettuccine, so they're a little bit thicker. And then you're gonna unroll your pasta, and there you go, a fettuccine. Once you have all of your pasta unfolded, toss in a little bit of flour. That way it keeps it from sticking together. I'm gonna repeat this with my other part of the dough, and then I'm making sauce, and then we're gonna eat. Be back. Boo! We're in a new place in my house. It's where the stove is, it's where the fridge is. Final thing we're gonna do is make a lemon Alfredo sauce. First thing we're gonna do is melt 2 tablespoons of butter. Add in some minced garlic. Cook this garlic until it's fragrant. Add 2 tablespoons of flour. And we're gonna use a whisk to mix that up. You're just gonna incorporate the flour and the butter. Let this cook for a few minutes just so that we can cook the flour taste out of it. Once your mixture is bubbling, we're gonna slowly whisk in warm milk. And we're using a whisk so it can help get out those clumps. There we go. Final bit. Bring this mixture up to a low simmer, and then we're gonna let it thicken up, which is gonna take about like 5 to 7 minutes. This sauce is gotten nice and thick. I'm gonna turn off the heat, add in some Parmesan, salt, pepper. Mix that in. Oh, this is gonna be good. Add in a zest of 1 lemon. Mix that in. We're gonna slowly pour in lemon juice. You wanna do this slowly as you whisk. Okay, perfect. Now that our sauce is ready, we're gonna throw in our pasta. This only needs like 60 seconds. So I'm also gonna throw in some frozen peas. I'm gonna reserve a little bit of the pasta water before I strain it. Add a little bit of this pasta water into here and loosen it up a bit. Add in the pasta and your peas. Gently mix them into that sauce. Oh, it's time for a romantic dinner for 2. Okay. Opening course, we've got the hummus. I have cut up celery sticks and carrots that I was using for stews. We've got this beautiful lemon Alfredo sauce with handmade pasta and some frozen peas. Finally, for dessert, we have those peanut butter chocolate cookies. Oh, I put lipstick on too. Yeah, okay. Chris!
Oh wow, this looks amazing. That looks like fancy hummus. That looks like fancier than store-bought hummus, I would say.
Oh, fancier than store-bought.
Fancier than store-bought.
Did you notice anything?
Yeah, you got lipstick on.
I'm wearing lipstick.
Do I have any?
Yeah, you definitely do.
Perfect.
You look great. Before we go wash our hands, we just wanted to say, have a great night. I hope that you find time for some type of date night, even a date with yourself. I know some people are by themselves right now, and I hope you feel like we're with you.
I feel really lucky that we had enough in our pantry. We could make something that you can make this. This looks really good. It's just a really nice thing that you did, and I love you.
Oh my God, I love you too. If you kiss me with my own lipstick, do I have a mark?
Yeah, you do.
Is it gonna see it in the camera?
No, it's not gonna
Okay,
show.
it's not.